them with a long life and give them my salvation. Today, Pastor, we, the Bible Tabernacle Voices for Christ, wish to dedicate this song to you. Not only because you are a Richard Smallwood fan who is a timeless musician just like yourself, but because the words say, I'll trust you.
Savior. When I look back now, I realize that in my sin, God was there. I'm sure when Pastor and Lady Di look back over 35 years of pastoring, it becomes easier for them to celebrate the journey because they can boldly and confidently declare that God was there. When we had more month than we had money, God was there. When we had a vision but no finances, God was there. When we had more problems than we had people, God was there. I'm sure that most of you would agree that with me that God is faithful. One songwriter was so impressed with the faithfulness of God that he penned a song that said, "Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father, morning by morning new mercies I see. All I have needed thou hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me." Is there anybody here that believes God is faithful? Why don't you tell somebody God is faithful? And Shelby, I'm convinced that more than once over the last 35 years, the faithfulness of God was put to the test. I'm sure that there were some situations that Pastor and Lady Di found themselves in that nobody could get them out of. The truth of the matter is that all of us will find ourselves in some circumstances and some situations that it seems like we just can't get out of. There'll be times when we'll be just like Joseph. We will find ourselves in a pit. Despite the fact, and sometimes because of the fact, God has made us a promise. God has given us a vision or a dream. Like we were dealing with one sickness after the other. Some of us will have to deal with emotional pits where it seems like we experience more weeping than laughing. We experience more tragedy than triumph. We're on the verge of depression and suicide. Some of us have to deal with financial pits where we have to be afraid to answer our phone because we think it's a bill collector. Y'all know those financial pits that make you wonder if you're going to put gas in the vehicle or put food in your refrigerator. Those financial pits that have you receiving eviction notices and shut-off notices. Some of us have to deal with spiritual pits where we're constantly feeling like a weak Christian, where it seems like we're easy prey for the enemy. And if you're like I am, I'm sure there were times when you asked yourself, how did I get in this pit? Well, I came to BT this morning not only to celebrate Pastor's anniversary, but to encourage somebody's heart. If the Lord has given you a dream, hold on to your dream. Because 35 years ago, a young preacher by the name of Carl Scott and his loving and supportive wife started out with nothing but a dream. A dream blessing is bigger than your purpose. Secondly, you'll find yourself in to 20 years from now when Shannon is pastoring a church. 15 to 20 years from now when Shelby is pastoring a church. 15 to 20 years from now when Holton is pastoring a church.